and they hate. They don't find a weak bone in his body. He's not to be dictated to. He's not to be controlled by outside forces. He's a man who says what he pleases. He goes where he pleases. He does what he pleases. For the very reasons that we love him. We love him because he unites us together as brothers and sisters. There are many who desire to control his tongue. You have heard so much about him. But in a few minutes, you're going to hear from him. Good brothers and sisters, the haters are on the outside. All I feel is wall-to-wall, wrap-around love.
First, we're going to say like, follow, share. Make sure that you comment if you can. I want to hear what you guys' opinions are. I'm not always right. I'm just right a lot. So if you think I'm wrong, please address it. I don't want to be wrong. I want all of us to come into an accord of what is, right, wrong, and prudent. So, so please like, follow, share, comment. All right, so let's jump right into it. We're going to jump into it with a topic that I've heard about for years, decades even, about the problem with people is that we have participation trophies, okay? First problem is when people say that, they're talking about team sports. And isn't team sports all about participation? Everybody on the team has participated, therefore they should have some kind of reward for their teamwork. But when this conversation comes up, what I usually say to people is when they say, oh, participation trophies are a problem, I say, okay, so do you have a problem with the MVP trophy? Oh, no, because they were the best. They were the best. They were the singular best in a team sport. Isn't that a failure? If you are the best, then shouldn't your team be also coached into being the best? MVP to me is a player and coach, someone who makes people better around him. Michael Jordan made those players around him better. None of them had success without him. You see what I'm saying? So participation trophies, the whole idea of that is bullshit. Every trophy is a participation trophy. Savvy? That's like saying, oh, the champion shouldn't get a trophy. They should just be happy with winning. But team sports should not be about winning. That's a whole other thing. We'll do that in another topic. But participation trophies. The reason why I bring up the participation trophy is because we have the biggest baby of a man in office in this country. Every single time I see what he does, I know what he is, but I'm still just baffled and surprised, not only by his actions, but by his people, the people that support him, their reaction. It's insane. It's totally lopsided and like beyond the realm of reality to the point where Trump derangement syndrome was not a real thing, but is now diagnosed as those who are deranged into believing that everything that Trump does is great and acceptable. And that anybody who complains about it is crazy. They literally complained about stuff that Trump's doing right now, saying that, accusing Joe Biden of doing the same thing. But it's actual concrete proof that Trump did it, and then they're just like, oh, well, that's just a smart businessman. Or he's just, I don't agree with everything he does. What do you agree with that he does? Besides hurt brown people. Let's be real. Now, the participation trophies that this man has whined about and gotten, FIFA made him a trophy that does not exist for peace that he did not bring about. And when it goes down in history as him being the first winner of this peace prize from FIFA, it's going to be when you look at the history, assuming they don't get to whitewash it by then, this man is nothing but a warmonger. He talks about bombing things and weaponry too much to be anyone considered peace. Barack Obama, how much did he talk about bombing people and threaten people with the might of America? Not saying he didn't bomb people, but how much did he threaten it? To vocalize that and threaten it is something so more despicable, and like Trump shows the world that he is a coward of a man. He is a beta male of the highest caliber. It's crazy. Like what you people see when you see this man, I don't see it. And once again, this is the Trump derangement syndrome. Now, if that was just what it was, that would be bad. The man continued to whine and cry about the woman who received the Nobel Peace Prize. I believe her name is Corina Machado from Venezuela, the woman who helped him create a coup in her own country. And mind-boggling to me how she also won. When she is in cahoots with the likes of Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Nigel Farage and blah 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 blah. You know, the world collection of the Temple of Doom of racists. So he complained so much that she, after winning, dedicated it to him, which is bullshit. But that wasn't enough for him. So when he finally did help her with this coup, he says she's not going to be the leader. And it's all because she won that award and he didn't get it. So then she comes to America and gives it to him. And he was ecstatic until the committee came out and said, "Oh, you can give him that prize, but he will never be listed as the recipient of that prize." And then he's been livid ever since. He threatened to not be peaceful anymore to Norway for not giving him that award. And regardless of what anyone thinks they have to say, this is insanity. This shows you his dictatorial tendencies, because he says if it's in Norway, then it has to be under their control, saying that if it's in America, it has to be under his control. The small things that people see and hear but don't really put 2 and 2 together and make 4. They'd rather add some extra whataboutism in there and make 5. But where's the whataboutism here? I never heard Obama mention the Nobel Peace Prize before he won it. And thank you for giving it to him, because it exposed all the racism in this world. You guys you are frothing at the mouth. You can't control yourself. And then when I call it out, then you call me a racist. Whatever. I am racist against racist. I don't believe you deserve air to breathe, water to drink.
I'm sick of this motherfucker, man.
You believe you deserve nothing but shame and suffering. As an example. Now, all those people who talked about participation trophies all this time in my life, they were all Trump supporters. Do you realize that? All of the absolute baseless chauvinism and toxic masculinity is all based around this one man. Why? All right, this is a good one. This is a real good one. All right, for anybody who knows and follows politics, you've seen this. Before I start this, I'd like to once again say follow, like, and share. Please comment, get involved in the conversation. But all right, the next topic is the gay right wing. The right wing has a hatred for homosexuality, anything inside of that is part of the LGBT community, or anything that's not straight, cis, white, they got a problem with. But when you look at first of all, let's just look at the leaders on the right wing. Let's leave Lindsey Graham aside, right? Look how these guys talk about Trump. They talk about Trump with a homosexual fetish. They call this motherfucker daddy. They say daddy's home. He's going to, own all of these guys. He's an alpha male, and all of their words they use about Trump are homoerotic. And even worse, it's like I don't understand. I don't know what it is when you like. I know the Oedipus is when you have a thing for your mother, but I don't know what the one when you have a thing for your father. These people, like, they're weird, bro. They're really weird about Donald Trump. But there's nothing wrong with being gay. Let me tell you what's wrong. What's wrong? It's wrong when you're gay and you're hiding it. Who the fuck are you hiding from? What? Who are you hiding it from? The right wing is so gay. I want you to think about the things they're into. They're into MMA, where a bunch of men go and lay on each other and get sweaty and hold each other down for 15-minute matches and impose their will upon another man. Right? They love going to showers together and like showering with each other and swimming with each other and playing with each other. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you see this, you need to think about it. Think about it. There's something there. It's not just Saturdays, okay? If you see this is the flag of the Handy J guy. This is the guys who hang out in the secret clubhouse. If you look at their whole the fraternity row, right? The whole fraternity world. That's all right wing, right? Even the brothers who be in the black fraternities, a lot of them turn out to be right wingers. Or at the very least conservative. But those fraternity houses, the gay shit they do to each other. And if you think I am lying, which is fine. That's what you want to do, that's fine. But you can't do it and claim that you are straight and that anybody who is out as gay is some kind of evil person when you are doing the same thing behind closed doors in a more devious and deceitful fashion. It's like if I can't be gay out in public, you can't. That's weird. It's really weird. And I'll be real with you. I'm gonna break the bro code right now and
say it with your chest.
Tell all women that if you really want to be sure, you might all want to get Grindr, okay? Because I'm sure that you will all be surprised about who you find on there. Just saying. Just saying. And if there's a guy right now who's like, oh, that's not cool, that's because, yeah, you're probably on there. And I would like to remind everybody that during Charlie Kirk's going home ceremony and at the Republican convention, Grindr literally crashed. The server crashed. Now, this is site's goes on every single day with all the gays in the fucking world on it, and they're fine. But when the Republicans get together, the site crashes in that state. Why? Why? And this makes me mad also because the gays who are on there and meeting up with these Republicans and not doming them out, y'all are so thirsty. Y'all are so sad as people.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
I'll get on that on another episode. But the gay right wing is what I'm talking about now. These are the saddest people. And if you look at it, like I said, Lindsey Graham, everybody knows he's gay. Madison Hawthorne, literally said that he had been invited to sex parties with men who were high-ranking Republicans, and that there's a whole secret society of sex that goes on. And he said this. No one made him say it. And then after he said it, the Republicans destroyed him. And then it came out a bunch of stuff with him doing gay stuff, not only with his assistant, also with his cousin. And he's married. Think about this. The people who hate the gay people so much are the gayest ones. In the Epstein files, there's something about Trump giving some dude head.
I'm going to tell him the real story of Arnold. But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this is a guy that was all man. This man was strong and tough. And I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God. That's unbelievable. I had to say it.
Once again, though, when those guys get together, that's what they do. You've heard about the stories they say about the Bohemian Grove. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds like something they do. And when they talk about their leaders or the people they look up to, it's always about looks, and it's always about looks or some weird gay thing that they're into, how they dress, something they have, or it's just, or even worse, listen how they talk about the women that these guys be with. They are so fucking closeted, it's crazy. Their whole philosophy. First of all, the ones who invented defining what being gay is y'all. The Romans, the Greeks. The fucking Vikings raped men all the time. Y'all even used to rape young boys when you were in England and you were during the Renaissance, after the Renaissance. Y'all been doing this. Think about who has money to buy people. Like, don't nobody have no money to mess with Epstein. Like, that's all white people. White people and Jews. I'm gonna stop calling them Jews. They're not Jews. They're white people. They're Europeans. Jews are the people who are descendants of that place, of that landmass there. They're brown. They're ethnic people. White Germans who were ostracized for their religion went to the Middle East and bought their European ideals of colonialism and colonization and fear. It's funny that white people think that they're so dominant, but the fear that emanates throughout their community is crazy. I don't care if I'm mad at you. Even if I was racist, that doesn't mean I would want to kill white people. That's crazy. But that's what white people think everybody wants to do to them, and that's because that's what your people did. That is your short but long history is of killing minorities, killing them in the name of self-preservation. And now we're in a society together, and now your self-preservation is you don't want people to know how gay you are, period. That is what you're trying to hide. That is what you're trying to keep secret. And it has become too strong for you. Perfect example. Our next topic. Clavicular versus Nicole Good. Right? And you say, how does that equate? So, all right, this is to segue our last, the gay right wing segment that we just did into this. I need you to listen to one of the leading influencers of young white males who is a racist, a meth head, and I would say he's a sociopath. But he's also an attention whore, which is the worst part of all about it. And then you have Nicole Good, a lesbian married to a ex-Marine, I believe it was, mother of 3, who decided that after she did her motherly duties and dropped her kids off at school, she was going to help mother somebody else and take care of somebody else and watch out for somebody else, and they killed her. Now, the reason why, like I said, clavicular is tying into the first one is because this dude, man. Like, well, I want you to, I have, just check these clips out, and we'll come back.
Want to start with the most obvious, the most apparent to most people, which is that you're a good-looking guy. I don't think that makes me gay to say you're a good-looking guy.
And it's very obvious that, the face is more important than the physique. I started taking exogenous hormones, testosterone, when I was 14.
That's like the right-wing version of the transgender argument. The pro-trans people are always saying,
Right.
I got to take the cross-sex hormones when I'm 13 or 14, because if I wait until I'm 18 or 20, it'll be all closed off and I'll never look like the opposite sex. And what you're saying is, well, I had to take all these exogenous hormones when I was 14 so that I could look like the most Giga Chad version of my own sex.
Right.
What is gynecomastia?
That is, the glandular tissue in your nipples growing.
Yeah.
So
That's the gayest shit I ever heard.
Did your parents ever object to that? Or
yeah, they would take it away all the time. And
where did you get it?
Just on the internet. So yeah, there was like a time where I went like hypogonadal for a month or two, just because they took my testosterone stash, but I made sure that never happened again.
Hypergonadal?
Hypogonadal, like I didn't have any testosterone production, just for like a month or two. Well, they would just take it away, say no more steroids, like take away the Xbox classic stuff. But I'm just someone who, is willing to do whatever needs to be done, so I would just reorder it. Right, but what's going to actually get you further in life? What's going to get you opportunities in the workplace? What's going to get you, dates, with prettier women? It's going to be looks 100 times over, and there's really no denying that. Someone to ascend from maybe, slightly below average to above average through looks maxing, or for them to achieve that desired amount of wealth for a supermodel to date them. It just seems like, we should be telling people to go the looks route. So just across the society, I would say we should be advocating for looks. We're talking about across the society, not just like a couple anecdotes of maybe some dumb blue collar like brute, maybe owning his own company. So that just seems a little bit ridiculous to me, to suggest that it would be easier to jump 20 percentiles in terms of income or status than in looks.
Now, the man he is sitting across from, also very gay. Very gay. He made this movie.
You afraid to go inside?
It's not that.
I can leave.
That was... Wow. Thanks. Have you not done it with men?
Mind if we don't get into that?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's not a lot, is it?
Can I get a towel?
And played a gay guy for no particular reason. Willingly. And he's not an actor. This is his job here, is to ask good-looking white guys questions and compliment them. Now, the gay energy between the two of them on this whole interview is absolutely insane. But the things that he's saying, to the point where he says, I won't vote for J.D. Vance because he looks like subhuman, and says that Gavin Newsom, even though he's against everything that he's for, because he looks good and he basically puts down ugly guys.
Yeah, but I mean, like this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
J.D. Vance is subhuman?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
Because that's what mogging is. Let me make that clear. That's what it is. It's dumb. It shows you how superficial and like these guys are worse than gay. Like you're fucking those fake gay guys that they put all over on TV and everything to make everything flamboyant gays. Like that's like he's worse than that. This man does more makeup than my mother. This man is concerned with being good looking and believes that if he's good looking, life will be better for him. When the world is run by white men, why will it be better for you if you are better looking? I will wait for the explanation on that.
Say it with your chest.
You know why? Because their whole existence is about fucking you. This is why all these rich men are coming out in the Epstein files, because they just want to fuck you. You're just a piece of ass to them. And you're saying, no, I'm a man. Yeah. Even more so, they want to fuck you. Which leads me also back to why, you know what, we'll leave that somewhere else. But this is, if you listen to Clavicular, this is the voice of a generation right here. This is also him trying to be provocative with his little Nazi gang. Funny thing about that Nazi gang is only one of them's actually white. And what he would have been to the Germans would have been like a side chick because they fucked men. They did meth and they fucked each other out in the field. Do you know how gay Germany got after the war ended? Bro. They're like the gay mascots. And I'm talking about the crazy shit, the kinky shit, all that. It's like you guys just, oh my God, man. Clavicular is the guy you want to look up to. This man is not a man. He can't defend himself. He can't defend anyone else. He acts, all of the guys they look up to have black bodyguards. They don't see the irony. And then these black bodyguards don't see the irony that they're always protecting them against racists for saying racist stuff. And you will take money to say, fuck your people. The imagery is astounding. But Clavicular, trying to beef with some other podcaster, got into an altercation and ended up running this podcaster over, and says and does it on live, and then says after it, when the girl says, "Did you run him over?" He says, "I hope so," on camera. And now his defense is it was a mistake. And he's going to get off because he's white. And see, what he knows is that once again, all you got to do is go in there looking super pretty and look blink, 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 and they're going to be like, "Oh, he didn't mean to do that. He's like us. He's one of us." But Nicole Good did not run a man over. Tried to leave a tense situation, and she was shot, and you guys justify it. How is that? How is it that you justify one situation or give no fucks about one situation? In the other situation, you're so clear that that person was wrong. The man even called her a fucking bitch after he shot, and you said he didn't mean to do that. He shot her 3 times when one was only necessary. And then looking at the direction of the car that the truck went, you could tell which way she was driving because after she got shot, did she turn it? Because the car didn't jerk. The car was already headed that way. They knew it. And then they let the car careen off, which is even more of a disturbing to me because what if there was a child down there? What if there was an old lady down there? What, they weren't even concerned about the public. Everything about this says they didn't concern about the public. You do not shoot in the middle of a street during the daytime hours if it's just, when there's no other gun. Because you could have shot someone. If you missed with those shots, you could have shot anybody. But the sickness of this country is you will justify one and be fine with another. The same thing with Kyle Rittenhouse and Alex Peretti. Alex killed no one and you call him a terrorist. Kyle Rittenhouse went to a place to cause trouble, killed 2 people, shot another, and you call him a hero. It's because one was defending white people and the other one was defending minorities. That's the only clear way to it. And until you call these things out and say it to people, and I'm not talking about black people or minorities. Yes, they can help. They should too. But this is a white people problem. Every American problem is a white people problem. And even if you want to go say black on black crime, yeah, that's a you problem. You created that because of poverty and corporate omission. And the narratives that you feed our young black people of what they're supposed to be and what they're allowed to be. Charlie Kirk, the things he said about black people was intentional, so that black people would believe in that bullshit inferiority. But white people are 70% of the population in America, and the great things in America that are done and created and carried out are not by white people. It should be by all white people, right? If you're so great, but it's not. Even the skills that you have and you learn from some minority, someone else, and you're taking it and calling it your own because you just hate minorities that much. But this case right here of Clavicular against Nicole Good shows how much you guys are hypocrites, how steep you are in hypocrisy. And this is a proving of my point, and you guys can quote me on this. White people hate something more than they hate Jews, and they hate niggas. And that's a nigga lover. They kill them and destroy them with relish. And if you think I'm wrong, look at the history books.
Stop the cap.
Now that slides into another topic here that I have been reluctant to talk about, and that's Dean and Parker. Dean Withers and Parker, I don't even know what the hell his name is. Parker Get a Job, right? For what these guys personally represent, I am elated. I am overjoyed. It shows me hope for the future. It lets someone like me reinforces the fact of why being racist is not helping anything, because I don't hate all white people. Don't hate all Asians. I don't hate all Muslims. Being racist is unproductive because racism creates this. Parker, who was, if I remember correctly, he was born in Iowa, one of the most racist places ever, and he grew up with a conservative, he didn't say a racist, but he insinuates that they're bigoted family. Dean Withers, who says that his family was straight up racist and conservative, right, and he grew up that same way, and he was in fact also a racist, a graper. And now they are the biggest debate bros for the left side. A lot of people hate the debate culture that we have right now. I don't. Especially, I'm going to say how these guys do it is they are specific, like they do, well, all right, at first, they knew their lane, which is I'm just here to make the clear distinction of how stupid and uneducated Trump supporters are, and they have made that message oh so clear. Anybody who still thinks Trump supporters are respectable people, listen to their show. They will show you what Trump supporters really think. They're really just racist. And the biggest thing that pisses me off about the people that call into that show is that every episode, every single episode, and people who watch the show can confirm that I said that this is true. There is at least 5 to 10 people that call up and just nigga, and they say it when Dean and Parker are both white. They may have some black guests on their show sometimes, but this is mostly a white thing. Why is it important for you to call up and just say nigger? And let me inform white people now, when you call us a nigger,
I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
The only reason why we get mad is so that we can legally kick your ass. We laugh at you later. We laugh at you now. But the courts say that we have to be irate. We have to get mad in order to put hands on you legally, or be able to claim insanity, or to claim a civil assault has been made upon us. We have to be offended by it. But you really just defend yourself. And when you call up Dean and Parker and you say nigga, what you do for me is you prove to all the white people who don't believe that you mongoloids exist, that you do in fact exist, and you are proud. And the best part about it is a lot of the time they're young. A lot of the time they're not even 18 to be on the live. So it shows what you're pushing down to your children, to your subordinates. You're pushing that racism, emanating that racism out, so it's spreading. But everything cool in America is in minorities. Justin Bieber's not cool. Justin Bieber makes a lot of money. Big star. But guys hate Justin Bieber. The only people that like Justin Bieber are the girls who want Justin Bieber. Right? And the guys who want to fuck him. Right? Because white guys are super gay for Justin Bieber. This is why they talk about him so much. And this is why they have that fantasy about him and Puffy. Oh my God, they can't get over that because that is a lot of their fantasies.
Message.
But anyway, I digress. But Dean and Parker, I wanted to give them praise for those things because those things are very important that people see and that they get out there. But my problem the other day was when I saw a video of Dean talking to a black man about black issues. Now, he listened for a good while, but then he made some accusations that it's just like, know your lane. Know your lane. And I believe that when you look at it, why is it that all of Democratic influencing is now young white men? I'll wait. And all of those young white men were all like right wing not that long ago. Right? Why is it them? Because we don't want to listen. We still don't want to listen to old black people who have always been Democratic, who never wavered. We want to listen to the people who are just coming over, the white people who literally not that long ago thought we were subhuman. This is why black people don't trust you guys politically don't trust America politically, because you guys will always forgive. But you always bring up everything that a black person has done as a group, and then you group them in. But you will always forgive individuals for being despicable. We will forgive white people for doing and saying anything. And it's wild because they also don't stick together. I was listening to Parker the other day, and someone made a reference to Harry Sisson being friends with him. Oh, I'm not friends with him anymore. That's because you are selling him out, and this is how they're going to split you guys up. They're going to make you guys all individually look fucked up. They're already working on it with Dean and Harry. Parker is next. And they've already, I don't know if anybody who watches, if you notice, they call up and they always say to Parker that Dean's more famous than you. Dean's better than you. Why? You must really be mad about that. Bro, like, you could see the tactics of how the enemy works. It's not that hard. But Dean and Parker do not promote black and non-white streamers. All they got to do is appear on those people's streams. Like I've never seen him on Santana's stream. Santana has basically sat there and backed these guys up for years, and I've never seen them on Santana's stream. If they did that, that would blow his stream up through the roof. But they don't do. They're about money. They sit there all day and thank you for the money. They'll stop a conversation that's supposed to be about something important, and they'll thank you for money. It shows you what they are. They're influencers. They're not real. Dean flirts with running for president. I don't want you for president, bro. I want you to sit there and call out racists. That's the only thing you guys are good at. You sit there and call out racists and call them out for real. And I'm tired of we got to find some way to get a dialogue to make people understand. No, if you are still celebrating Trump to this day, you are full-blood racist. You are incomprehensibly stupid, and you do not deserve a pardon for what you've done. You deserve to go to the gulag with the ICE agents and the border agents and every single troop that American troop that was on the American street helping ICE. That's what you deserve. So I need Dean and Parker to be real. I need you guys to stop and then stop trying to virtue signal. What do you guys actually do? And what good are you actually trying to get done here? Because when people try to call up and talk to you about just about politics in general, you don't want to do about that. You only want to talk about Trump because, and I'm assuming this because you're progressives, and what you're going to do is you're going to just, at least you guys know to keep your mouth shut, not to destroy the party. The only party that's trying to save you. And yeah, man, I do want people to watch this stuff, but think about what I just said and look at what they do. It's really it's all about money, man, and it's all about them controlling them. Adam Mockler and it's all about young white people now taking over the face of democracy. And now all of a sudden, Jasmine Crockett she's too radical. All of a sudden, AOC is the only female minority female that's worth a damn. They hate every other minority female. Tell me I'm wrong. Except Ilhan Omar, and that's because she represents a community that doesn't like black people and thinks that black people don't deserve reparations. Never heard Ilhan Omar stand for that. I never heard none of the squad stand for that. I didn't even hear fucking AOC stand for that. And once again, this is why I will never vote for AOC. And please nominate her so I can campaign against her. Because, see, now that you've set the market for, if you don't like it, just sabotage it, see what black people do. Because we carry a lot of weight with our commentary. And I know you act like you don't give us likes, you don't give us follows, you don't give us views, but you hear what we say. And you know what it is. But anyway, Dean and Parker, good job so far, man. But, just get some substance, bro, and get some color. You two are the palest motherfuckers in the world. All you do is just exude whiteness and praise whiteness. And now the face of the resistance is two pale white boys. And that's not the resistance. The resistance has been going on way before you. You need to pay respects to those people. The people who've been fighting that for years. All those members of BLM who fucking got arrested and did time. All the people who are getting arrested and doing time now. All those colored people. You need to go ahead and accentuate those people. Talk to those people, but you don't. All you do is talk about white people, good and bad. That's it. It is getting old. Okay. All right, which brings us to our final topic, and this also ties into what we were just talking about, the progressives, and that's the minority leader. Funny, fitting. First leader of the House on the Democratic side, first black leader of the House on the Democratic side comes when we are the minority. And not only a minority in the House, but a minority in the Senate, and we did not have the executive. And now all they do is complain that Hakeem Jeffries is the worst person in the world. I love that I've had a podcast, but it's getting to the point where I've almost had it with you.
Stop missing out on these big rallies Hakeem and Chuck should have been front and center introducing the next mayor of New York City, but no, they wouldn't show up because they're that are beholden to the same corporation.
Flood the zone with that shit. Flood it. Fight with everything in you. The Democratic base takes no joy in disliking or not having confidence in leadership. It's not a fun position to be in. It's precarious. It's insecure. And we need to feel like you're a fighter.
To aggressively address the rise in anti-Semitism in the city of New York, which has been an unacceptable development.
Okay. First of all, he has addressed the rise of anti-Semitism, and it's not performative. It's very, very real, and he understands that it's real, and he has the endorsement of other Jewish politicians that aren't propagandized by a corrupt Israeli government, Hakeem. But secondly, this was your moment, Hakeem, to also stand up against Islamophobia, because here's the thing about human rights, you guys. You don't get to cherry pick. If you're against anti-Semitism, then you have to be against Islamophobia, homophobia, racism, and down the line, also class warfare, this bigotry towards poor people is just abhorrent, which disproportionately hurts people with the color of Hakeem Jeffries' skin. And so this kind of cherry picking because of who donates to Hakeem Jeffries, AIPAC donates to Hakeem Jeffries. How on earth right now is the government of Israel helping calm and quell anti-Semitism? How are they doing it? They're not. They lie and they propagandize and they say, we get to do all this stuff with impunity. And that if you criticize us or you do anything wrong towards us or you speak out against us, then we're going to call you an anti-Semite. The people who preach against anti-Semitism.
I want to know how come you love AOC so much, but you hate Hakeem Jeffries. What has AOC done? When we had power, but when the Democrats had power in this House and the Senate, she did nothing but buck against it and delegitimize it, so that Obama just got stalemated his whole time through. She added to that discourse with Bernie Sanders, basically that got him stalemated the whole time through. The progressives and what were they called? Squads. Like, y'all just hindered everything the Democrats did and put a brown face on it. What is Hakeem Jeffries supposed to do in this situation with no power, and also most state legislatures being run by the right wing as well? What was he supposed to do with people in the House like AOC who bucks against him publicly every time but gets nothing done? What is he supposed to do? When AOC left and just went on a tour around the country with Bernie, anti-oligarchy tour. How'd that work? How'd that work, everybody? And the fact that she didn't take Jasmine Crockett with her, she didn't take anybody black with her. She took the Latinos with her from the House and the Senate. You know why? Because she is just like those Latinos that voted against Kamala. She has been taught her whole life, don't fuck with black people. Don't trust black people. Look at how she code switches in congressional hearings and gets the whole sister voice.
And racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America, and this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology when my life was threatened. Thank you.
And the Holy Ghost. Like, I mean, it's what you've done to Hakeem Jeffries is despicable, because I saw all of you cheering for the gerrymandering counter, right? Who did that? Who traveled around the country to each and every district and made sure that they were all on one chord to try to get as many gerrymandered votes to combat the Republican gerrymandering? Who did that?
Say it with your chest.
Who succeeded at that? Who beat the Republicans at a time when he has no power? Hakeem Jeffries. But you won't give him credit for that. You won't give him credit. And as much as I hate to say it, Chuck Schumer, he's an idiot. But they said what's going to show the people they made the wrong decision was the man that they voted for. That's it. They were 100% right. They had a 30-point swing in Texas a few days ago. So Hakeem Jeffries was right, but now you just do not want him to be the majority leader if they took over, so you are trying to backbite him and chew him up. He has won his district every time. Why? Nancy Pelosi, the one that you praise as being a great Speaker of the House, even though you say she's corrupt too, she took him under her wing and groomed him to where he is right now. That's still not good enough for you. But who else do you want then? And what would they do in this time? And I heard the I Hate It podcast women say the other day that really pissed me off. He should be chaining himself to this so that they can't do this. And where's AOC doing that? Where's Ilhan Omar doing that? I'm so fucking tired of white women trying to tell people every black man what to do. Y'all won't tell a bitch shit, but you'll tell a black man what he should do every fucking time. And this is the problem. You have hyped these women up so that they think they could say whatever. Bitch, shut the fuck up and talk about what you know. You talk about what white bitches have fucked up in this country, all the piece of shit you raised as kids who are now the fucking leaders and racist, rich, and don't even give a fuck about their own mothers. You worry about that shit, bitch. Don't worry about Hakeem Jeffries. I'm tired of hearing his name come out her mouth, and she'll never give him praise for what the fuck he's done, but she will praise everybody the fuck else. This dumb bitch was praising Andrew Schultz for saying he was wrong. Bitch, I knew he was wrong. He knew he was wrong. I don't give a fuck if he admits it. It was only a year, and all of these guys who we made huge influencers on the left are now anti-black everything. When black people are the only ones who voted Democratic to a 90th percentile. The rest of you fucked it up. And now you sitting there trying to come at us and tell us we're wrong? The best president we had was black. But you're still trying to make sure that another white person gets there as fast as possible, huh? And yes, AOC is white. White is a motherfucker. We see how Latinos view themselves. You're all anti-black. And that shit right there, you can say as much as you want. I Hate It. I've Had It podcast. You are anti-black, male specifically. Just because you voted for Kamala don't give you a pass. That shit is wild, man. What the fuck was he supposed to do? And then he did all this gerrymandering shit, but who are they giving the credit for it? Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom only runs one state. Pritzker from Illinois. He only runs one state. And they will tell you, and it was covered by the news, that Jeffries was flying around the country while Congress was shut down by his adversary. He was flying around the country and pushing this. And this is why he wasn't meeting and rubbing on fucking Mom Donnie's ass like you wanted him to do, because that's not his fucking job. You people just want black people to be subservient to you and tell you everything you do is right. But everything you fucking do is goddamn wrong. I've had it. You're fucking right, I've had it. I swear, because I was giving you guys so much praise. But if you look close enough at any of them, you will see the fucking hatred they have for black America. And I will ask you, what the fuck has black Americans done to you piece of shits? What? As a group, what the fuck have we done to y'all except not beat your fucking heads in for the fucking savagery you brought upon our people? You want to ask me, you all shouldn't be here. After slavery, all of you should have been killed. Murdered. If there was a just God in heaven, that's what would have happened. You shouldn't be here. Your ancestors should have been smoking. It's crazy. You people have done nothing but disgusting shit through your whole history and got forgiven for it. And now you still want to demonize black people? Fucking people. You're mad because you can't get rid of us. And now that we are tired of trying to be respectful and be friends with you guys and just saying fuck you, you can't take it. God damn, y'all don't play fair. Y'all don't do shit right. And y'all want to blame Hakeem Jeffries for everything. Y'all want to blame Kamala Harris for everything. I blame racist white people for everything because they are the problem. They are always the fucking problem. Hakeem Jeffries, I would love for someone to articulate what the fuck he did wrong. And all they're going to say is, oh, he took money from AIPAC. Everybody takes Israeli money. Everybody. And everybody, including AOC, gets up there and kicks that anti-Semitism bullshit. Stupid motherfuckers. I take AIPAC's money too. Don't make me gotta do. I don't mean I gotta do shit. What the hell's he done for AIPAC? Vote for some money that was gonna go there either way? This is why he's the leader and AOC is a goddamn fucking squatty because she can't be a leader. She can't make tough decisions. She can't do anything. She gets no legislation passed. She has no way to whip votes. You people want the ineffective idiots in office. Hakeem Jeffries has spoken up every chance he's gotten. He's made he's done the only thing he can do with his power. And y'all still aren't happy. Y'all want him to put his life on the line. Yeah, you know, these black people who get all these threats, you want them to put their lives on the line because as soon as a white person kills them, you're just going to be surprised. I've never seen a white person put their life on the line for shit. Alex Peretti wasn't putting his life on the line. He didn't think he was going to get shot. But guess what? You won't see another Alex Peretti because now white people know they're going to get shot. And all they do is fall in line. This is why racism has never been ended. Because once they said, yo, we going to kill nigga lovers, all the so-called nigga lovers fade through the bushes like Homer.
Oh, okay.
Anybody who has something to say about Hakeem Jeffries, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself heavily. Don't fucking talk to me unless you want to get fucking put in your place because you know nothing. You don't watch enough. You're not informed enough of what's going on to say anything. And if you want some knowledge, come holla at your boy. I ain't got a lot for you. I don't know everything, but I know you're an idiot. And with that said, that's our show. I'm going to go try to calm down. But this is your boy Apollo the G, the Philly Special. Please like, follow, and share the No Apologies Network. This is the Daily Cope. We have other material out there for you to watch. If you like it, make sure you put it out there. And if you don't like it, make sure you let me know because I like to talk about it. Stop leaning to the left. Stop leaning to the right. Let's try to move forward. Deuces.